Tragedy life of the most famous model in Hong Kong. The sudden and painful death of the most famous model in Hong Kong, China, Abby Choi still shocked the public. The most painful thing is that the suspects who caused this incident were all relatives of Abby Choi. New accusations. On February 27, all newspapers in Hong Kong had long articles that clearly analyzed the case related to the death of model Abby Choi. According to broadcaster RTHK, 4 members of a family have been charged with the murder of Abby Choi and are facing trial after police found what are believed to be dismembered body parts of the supermodel at the hospital. A house. Another Hong Kong newspaper reported that the 4 people mentioned above are Abby Choi's ex-husband, Alex Kwong, 28 years old, with brother Anthony Kwong, 31 years old, father Cao Kwong, 65 years old, and mother Jenny Lee, 63 years old. All 4 of these people were denied bail according to the ruling of the Kowloon City Magistrates Court on the afternoon of February 27. The 5th suspect, a 47-year-old woman, was arrested on February 26. This person is said to have rented an apartment in Tsim Sha Tsui as a hiding place for Abby Choi's ex-father-in-law, Kwong Kao. Another source confirmed that the 47-year-old woman was Mr. Kwong Kao's lover and knew the whole incident but did not report it to the police. The case involving this model has been conducted since February 22, after Abby Choi was reported missing on February 21. 2 days later, on February 24, the model's body parts were found at a rental apartment in the Tai Po district of Kowloon City. Police said they found a meat slicer, an electric saw and some clothes and legs identified as Abby Choi's legs hidden in the refrigerator. In addition, here, the police also found credit cards and identification documents bearing Abby Choi's name. On February 26, police further confirmed that a skull and several ribs were found in a large hot pot at the house. Through verification, the police learned that Abby Choi's ex-father-in-law, Cao Kwong, was a police officer who rented this 50-square-meter apartment for about 10,000 Hong Kong dollars, $1,273, per month, starting from February. Forensic experts also determined that the hole in the skull was caused by a hard object, which may have been the cause of Abby Choi's death. Most likely Cao Kwong was the mastermind of the murder and planned and instructed other family members how to destroy evidence and destroy Abby Choi's body to complicate the investigation. Quick crime-solving journey. Currently, Hong Kong police are hiding the progress of the investigation into the murder of Abby Choi. Only very little information has been revealed, such as the model's ex-husband Alex Kwong was arrested on February 25 while trying to escape on a pier in Tung Chung, one of Hong Kong's remote islands. Police believe the man intended to escape by water at the time of his arrest. Long, intense interrogations with the 4 suspects are still underway in the hope of helping police find the remaining body parts of Abby Choi. More than 100 police officers were sent to search the Tseung Kwan O Cemetery, including a diving team deployed in the nearby lake area. The reason is because the police discovered Cao Kwong and Anthony Kwong went to Junk Bay Chinese Permanent Cemetery on February 22. Another group was ordered to inspect and screen a new landfill site in northeast Hong Kong on February 28 for evidence of this murder. Speaking to the press, Alan Chung, the regional police's crime prevention director, admitted that not all of the model's body parts had been found. The body parts that we found inside the refrigerator included 2 women's legs. We are still looking for more. There are also other body parts missing, such as torso area, arms. Therefore, we suspect that the suspect has discarded body parts. The South China Morning Post quoted an investigator as saying that when police received reports of Abby Choi's disappearance, police checked the street security cameras and discovered that the model was last seen in the city Tai Po neighborhood, where some of her body parts were later discovered. Based on information that Abby Choi is having a dispute with members of her ex-husband's family over the handling of finances and properties worth tens of millions of Hong Kong dollars in the Kato Ori Hill area of Ho Man Tin, Police tried to find Alex Kwong but couldn't. Subsequent contacts with Alex Kwong's relatives led police to suspect they were hiding something and appeared to provide false information, hindering the investigation process. On February 24, after consolidating some evidence, the police decided to immediately arrest Abby Choi's ex-father-in-law and ex-brother-in-law, who used to be her personal driver. On February 21, Anthony Kwong drove to Kateori Hill to take Abby Choi to pick up her daughter and Alex Kwong. But the 28-year-old model was reported missing on the same day after failing to pick up her daughter. A manhunt throughout Hong Kong was also conducted to find Alex Kwong. Now, with what is in place, the judge of the First Instance Court, Peony Wong, has scheduled the suspect's next court date for May 8. The pain of the rich. The case has attracted attention not only in Hong Kong but around the world because of Abby Choi's popularity as well as the macabre, horrifying details of the investigation. Articles related to Abby Choi's death dominated the front pages and homepages of print and digital newspapers. Thousands of people have left their condolences on Abby Choi's social media accounts. According to the South China Morning Post, Abby Choi is Hong Kong's top celebrity model and is known for her glamorous Instagram posts. She regularly appears on the pages of fashion magazines and has many followers on social networks, where she regularly updates the images of attending fashion events around the world in high-end outfits. Abby Choi is considered to have a high sense of taste and is always proud of her fashion preferences. 2 weeks ago, as a digital cover model for L'Officiel Monaco, a fashion magazine, she wrote on Instagram, "My journey to becoming a style icon continues. I am someone who is always receptive to inspiration and always trying new styles. Sometimes I also try to dress more gorgeously, by mixing and matching different styles." Last month, Abby Choi also recently traveled to France to participate in photo shoots at Haute Couture Spring-Summer 2023 of Haute Couture Show. Elle Saab in Paris and attended Paris Fashion Week. Currently Abby Choi is one of the most sought-after influencers in the fashion industry in Hong Kong and has a keen eye in terms of style, the ability to combine items in unexpected ways and set real trends. Not only beautiful, famous, talented, Abby Choi is also the daughter of a wealthy family that runs a construction business that is traded on the stock exchange in China. According to information from Hong Kong media, she owns a net worth of more than 100 million Hong Kong dollars. At the time of her death, Abby Choi was only 28 years old. The model married Alex Kwong at the age of 18 and has 2 children with him, now believed to be 8 and 10 years old, who are being raised by her mother. It is not clear when Abby Choi divorced Alex Kwong, but according to the police report, despite being unemployed, the model's ex-husband was still arranged by her to live in a luxury apartment. In addition, Abby Choi also helped, giving money to Anthony Kwong to buy a house. Bernard Cheng Haichung, Abby Choi's friend, told The Standard that, even when she was married and later separated, she still had a close relationship with her husband's parents. After the divorce, Abby Choi began a relationship with Tam Chuk Kwan, the son of the founder of the Tam J restaurant chain Yunnan Mixian. Although the two were not married, they had 2 children together. One notable point that investigators say is at the heart of the heartbreaking case is that a few months before her murder, Abby Choi planned to sell a $70 million property that she had bought but in the name of the ex-father-in-law. Although Abby Choi had promised to leave her ex-husband and his family members elsewhere, the move was strongly opposed by her ex-father-in-law. The two also had heated arguments. The plan to sell the Kateori Hill property was supposed to be an investment consideration, but Abby Choi's ex-husband appeared to be furious after contacting potential buyers. They were not satisfied with the way the victim handled the property. This became the motive for murder, said director Alan Chung, adding that Abby Choi's ex-father-in-law, who had left the police force, 2005, was the mastermind behind this murder.